Welcome back to Beyond Basic Phonics, English Morphology 101. This is Lesson 9, Anglo-Saxon Suffixes. And we have three categories, A, B, C here. So let's look at A. A, we have ness, which means state of. Our first word is carefulness. Notice we have two suffixes here, full of care, and ness meaning state of. So it's the state of being full of care or being very careful. Blindness is the state of being blind. That is not being able to see. Niceness, now that's a good state to be in. That is the state of being nice. Kindness, very closely related to niceness. A nice person's always kind. But then you have some people that have meanness. And meanness is when somebody's not nice and they're not kind. The next word, we have a double suffix again. We have full and ness. But here we have faith. So we are full of faith, and we are in the state of being full of faith. Faithfulness, a trustworthy person, somebody you can depend on. Next one is hopefulness. And again, it's you're full of hope. And this is the state of being hopeful. Cleanliness is a very good one. Somebody that washes their hands and makes sure that they're clean and tries not to spread disease or germs. The next one, again, we have a double or two suffixes. We have less and we have ness. So here we have rest. We have less rest, so we can't rest very well. And now we are in the state of restlessness. Not a good state to be in. The next two are also double suffixes. We have fullness, fruitfulness. And so we're full of fruit, and we are in the state of being full of fruit. And fruitfulness can be applied not just to vegetables and things, but also, or to fruit, but also to anything that we do in life that we're successful, we're fruitful. Fruitless, now here we had full, now we have the opposite, we have less. So now we have fruitless, we're not doing very good with our fruit, and we have fruitlessness, we're in the state of having little fruit or success. B is ish, that means related to, and we can see how these work out real easy because we have child, and a person at any age who acts like a child is said to be childish. Again, selfish is related to the self, and somebody that's self-centered, they're just interested in themselves and not anybody else, don't care about other people, just themselves. Outlandish, like a clown. Clowns have red nose or whatever, and they wear all these costumes, and it's outlandish. Stylish, every year when the new fashions come out, a lot of people want to be in style, and they want to be stylish with the latest shirts, dresses, pants, whatever. Foolish, this is related to being a fool and doing foolish or unwise things. Feverish is when someone has a high fever and it won't go away. They are said to be feverish. Impoverish, by the way, notice we have a prefix there that the N changes to an M. But anyway, impoverished comes from the idea of poverty. And if a person is impoverished, then they don't have any money and they barely can survive. Snobbish, this is somebody that holds their nose up and won't talk to you because they're so much better than everybody else. Snobbish. Publish, this is an interesting one. Wait a minute. A snob is somebody that's stuck up on themselves, and so snob-ish relates to that. Okay. Publish, I believe publish comes from the idea of public. So when you publish something, it's related to the public. You publish it so the public can read it. Demolish is related to demolition. And so when you tear a building down, that's called demolition. Maybe you've seen a demolition derby where men get in these cars and run into each other on purpose. Anyway, at like fairs. Brutish. A brute's like kind of like a wild animal. And if somebody is brutish, we're saying that they're acting in a brutish or a crude way. Gibberish is really interesting. Gibber has the idea of talking real fast, and gibberish is when you're just talking nonsense. He's talking gibberish. It doesn't make any sense. And the last three are really interesting because we have Spanish, and so here that relates to Spain, right? Spanish came from Spain. English came from England, so it relates to England, and Swedish comes from Sweden. Again, remember, these are just some sample words. There are many other words in English that have this ish ending, and we want you to know that it means related to. And so when you see a word that you don't know, a lot of times you can figure that word out on your own without even having to ask anybody or look it up in a dictionary. With a combination of this knowledge here and the context, you can begin to build your vocabulary. C is the S or the ES ending. These are plural endings. Now, plural means more than one, so 1 plus. It could be 2 or any number. And on the first one we're going to see is S as a plural, as in the word dogs. So we just put the S by itself at the end. Cats, more than one cat. Chairs, cars, rooms, cups, jugs, and best of all, I know we all love hugs, right? Now, number 2 here under C means the same thing, but we add an E, and this, by the way, makes the word 2 syllables instead of 1. For example, dogs, and I do syllables this way with my hand, and my chin hits my hand. I go, dogs. It only hits 1, so I know that's 1 syllable. But if I, in the words we're going to look at, we're going to see more than 1 syllable. And so if a word ends, and here's the rule. If a word ends in an S, SH, CH, X, or Z, you're going to add the ES, S sound. So let's see how this works out. The first one is buses. Just imagine with me that we didn't write an E there and we wrote 3 S's in a row. Now that would look pretty silly, wouldn't it? And I don't know how you would say it. You would say bus, bus, I don't know. So they say buses to make the plural. It makes more sense. Next one we have the SH, which we mentioned up there. So now we have dishes, more than 1 dish. With the CH, splotches. With the X, we have boxes. And with the Z, we have buzzes. The B, buzzes. All right, this is a great lesson. And good luck with these. And now we're going to go down and read our practice sentences in the next lesson. We'll see you there.